It can happen. It actually cannot what happen. So when a man have sex with you, the semen are meant to actually come out, okay, after the sperm cells have, gone into the cervix, to the places they are swimming to, which is the fallopian tube, looking for eggs. So if there is egg produced, they fertilize and pregnancy occur. And if there is no eggs produced, they die off around that area. You get the point? Even along the line, even the semen that some of them are coming out, sperm cells are still there, because from there, if a laboratory scientist like me just pick up those ones that came out of you, if I put a slide over there, like take some and check under the microscope, there will still be some sperm cells. So you see, not all sperm cells are very active. Some of them are sluggish, some of them, and so on. I don't want to bore you with the medical terms. Okay, so now, as you are always worried why your husband's semen is coming out after sex, that doesn't mean that it cannot make you pregnant. There may be other underlying factors that are making you not get pregnant. It could be infection, it could be PCOS, it could be hyperprolactinemia, it could be any other thing. It could be fibroids that is not letting you get pregnant. Now, if you are always worried that your man's semen is always coming out, okay, then maybe you should take your man to go to the lab and do what we call semen analysis. Semen analysis will make us know if maybe your husband's semen is hyperviscous or is just viscous and all that. Okay, see that it's hypoviscous, it's hyperviscous, or it's normal. You get the point? And then also we are going to check, okay, his semen count, because there's a particular amount that a normal man, needs to have. Now, that does not mean that if your husband does his semen count is not that high or at the normal range WHO actually recommend, that does not mean they cannot make you pregnant. I just want people to understand all these things. Even if your husband's semen count is a little bit lower, you can still get pregnant. But when in the case of aspermia, okay, aspermia, let me explain what aspermia is. When there is no sperm cell, you get the point? It's like maybe there is no semen at all, like sperm cells at all. You get the point? That's when you now know that in case of like azoospermia or aspermia, in those cases, that is when a woman needs to be worried. But even if your husband's sperm count is kind of low, there are drugs to boost, those sperm count, and that's why maybe you need to see a gynecologist as a woman looking for the fruit of the womb. See, pregnancy does not occur when a woman alone is taking care of herself, going to the lab, going to the hospital, meet doctors and all that. They will always ask for your husband, because what if they treat you and you're normal, but your husband is suffering from aspermia, or is suffering from azoospermia, or any other, maybe low sperm count. There are some men that have large semen production, but there is no semen, there is no sperm cells inside. We have seen cases like this in the lab. Yes, I have worked on something like that. This man, if you see them, it's not by maybe a man is short or a man is tall that their semen count is okay. You see a very huge tall man producing large chunk of semen, and then when you take that semen to the lab and then you check under the microscope and you're not seeing any sperm cells, you're seeing other stuff but no sperm cell, not even one. In that case, you will just be pouring and pouring and pouring into your woman, and the woman will not get pregnant. You see men being proud. Oh, I produce a lot of semen. I can't see how thick my semen is. No, it's not by that, man. It's not by that. That is why I told you from the beginning of this video that even a man that produce just small can still impregnate a woman, as long as the sperm cells are very active, okay, and they are not those type. There are some semen, when you look under the microscope, the sperm cells are actually moving in circles. That's very bad, meaning that when you pour them into a woman, instead of them to move forward upwards, they are just moving in circles. That woman cannot get pregnant. There are some semen that have two heads. That's abnormal semen. Sperm cells, they have two heads. There are some sperm cells that have two tails. They are abnormal. A sperm cell is supposed to look like this: just one head, one tail, one body. Moment they start having different, like what they call these conjoined twins, that kind of sperm cells from a particular semen cannot impregnate a wife or a girlfriend. Okay, so I just want you guys to understand that. So sometimes when you see after having sex and you see that the sperm cells are coming out, some have gone in, okay? Some sperm cells are coming out with the fluid, but some have gone in. So if your husband is very okay, his sperm count is okay, everything is okay with him, some have gone in, and as I told you, inside over 1 million sperm cells that produce, only one will fertilize. In fact, you that you are watching me, you are a product of one sperm cell from your father's millions of sperm cells that were produced into your mother's vagina, and they moved, they were swimming. It's a competition, okay? They were swimming, they are moving, they want to catch the egg. Fastest to get to the egg is the one that is going to fertilize the egg. There is no magic there. There is no magic there. So even if a man, is having just 1 million out of, more than 1 million that WHO actually recommends, okay, and one was so fast and it swims to the fallopian tube, gets to the egg and fertilize, it will still produce a baby. But if you are looking for the fruit of the womb and you are worried that every time you have sex with your partner, before you stand up, all the semen is just, pouring, staining your lap and all that, it's actually normal. Whatever goes up will come down. But at least go and see a doctor and check these things I'm talking about. Okay. Anyway, guys, please do well to subscribe to the channel. Bye for now, guys. Kiss, kiss. Mwah.